important. Okay, you have Bishop Nathaniel saying that, yeah, we don't know the name. You know, we're gonna get the name in the kingdom, and at the same time he's saying Most High in Christ bless. Okay, so that's you know, hardcore goofiness. Okay, that's some goofball activity right there. You know, verse 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. So the same as when the Lord, you know, delivered the children of Israel from the captivity of Egypt. After that, his name got magnified. Okay, you had, you know, the members of the other nations. They had heard of the miracles that the name of the Lord did towards us, to our people, and they got terrified. You know, that name got fame. You know, it held weight. Okay, in the sight of the people. Okay, and now the name has been forgotten. Okay, only the elect of the Hebrew Israelites know and use the names. Okay, and we know it by faith. But after this deliverance, the name of Yahweh and the name of Yahweh Shai are going to be magnified. Okay, verse 23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, said the Lord Yahweh, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. So we are the tools, okay? We are the righteous vessels. Get that in Romans 9, when it speaks about the vessels of righteousness and the vessels fitted for wrath, which is Esau. But we are the vessels which our use is to magnify, okay, to put the glory into the name of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. And this is something that hasn't happened yet. Okay, the small headers that are today in our land, they are not the people. Okay, they are pretenders. Okay, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. Yeah, because in the kingdom we're going to be perfect. Okay, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. Okay, so we're gonna have that. We're gonna be under the new covenant, because we're gonna have that heart of flesh upon us. You see, the laws, statutes, and judgments written in our inward part. Okay, you got it?
I got Romans chapter 9 and verse 23. So like in verse 22, what if the Most High, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy which he had before prepared unto his glory. Look it out.
You see? So I can read it again.
God. What if the Most High, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Esau, Edom, okay? So-called Caucasians for the most part.
Got a quick scripture. Proverbs. Yeah.
Verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Yeah, who's that? That's the Israelites, okay? Beginning with the elect, okay? Because the Israelites, you know, we are those that, you know, the whole Israel is going to be saved. Maybe Tasar, you can get that in Romans 11:26, okay? Because in the kingdom, the whole Israelites will be saved, but this time it's going to be only the elect that's going to receive the mercy, okay? The double mercies of David, okay? Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got this right here.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord has made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil. That goes into the book of Romans 9:22. The vessels created for destruction. And speaking about Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
That's it for that.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. You got it, Tasar.
Yeah, I got it. Book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 26. It reads, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
Yeah. So it's not. So you're gonna see in the kingdom all Israelites, you know, good. You're not gonna see Israelites in hell, okay? And that's what they be saying, okay? That the IUIC be going all the way fucking off teaching that hell doctrine. So they are saying that you're gonna have our people that don't believe, that are not of the elect, that are gonna go into hell, okay? But then in the kingdom, we know that we're gonna have slaves, we're gonna have servants who are gonna be of other nations. So imagine at the same time, you're gonna have, for example, Hamites and Elamites. They're just gonna work in slavery under us. You know, they're gonna be able to enjoy the beautiful earth. You know, the earth. You know, the air is gonna be so clean. You know, the nature is gonna be super beautiful. The air is, everything is and they have to work. They slavery, but they're still gonna be in a beautiful setup. And that meanwhile, you're gonna have our people burning in fucking flames forever. You know.
That's obvious, bro.
So wait a minute. So you're saying that the heathen, they are better off than our people that are wicked? That's all the way
Backwards.
fucking off, man. That's terrible. So you got it, bro.
Yeah, I got one right here. Backing up Romans 11:26, Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved, and the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You should not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Yeah, pa.
Oh man.
That's that word in John 3:16.
Yeah. We can even bring that one out.
I got one more. Joel 2:32.
You got it?
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, and the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So on this side, the remnant is going to get delivered, and then the 2/3 is going to get burned down, but they're going to come back in the kingdom in the reincarnation. Scriptures speak about how some are going to come in everlasting shame, you know, knowing that their lot was to be
Yeah.
wicked, but they're still going to be in the kingdom, you know, being able to be with with their own people.
And more than anything, they're gonna have that new covenant, you know, with the laws written in their inward parts, man. They're gonna still have immortality. You know, they're not gonna be on the level of the 144,000, but they're still gonna be, you know, granted. You know, they're still Israelites at the end of the day, man.
And it tells you also in the scriptures, Israel shall be as the sands of the sea, which you can't count no number.
Count number. Yeah. This is the book of John, chapter 3, and verse 16. For the Most High so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. You know, and that world, we just read about it, man. You know, that's going into what? Israel. Okay?
Yep.
Also Isaiah.
I was looking for the word. It says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I think that's Jeremiah going into John 3:16.
Yeah, John 3:16.
That's actually paraphrasing the prophecy in Jeremiah, how the Lord loves Israel. Jeremiah 31, I think.
Isaiah 45. Also I got a precept here. Oh, I got a precept right here. Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved. You right about that?
Yeah.
Yep, I got it real quick. Jeremiah 31 and 3. The Lord has appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn you. Oh, man. So the Lord, He loves His people, man. And just like a father loves you, sometimes He got to spank you. You know, got to give you time out. But ultimately, man, He's going to give you your phone back or your PS4, PS5, you know.
The chastisement ends.
Yeah, the chest, it comes, that. Yep. Next later.
You just read that.
All right.
31:3.
Cool.
Yeah.
You have a precept, bro?
Also, as you can see, you know, our people, yes, you know, we went off, but now is the time that the elect gonna get restored. You can even get that in Isaiah 11 and 11. Okay, you know, this is the time of the restoration. Okay, and then someone get Ezekiel 37. Okay, and then Ezekiel 37 from verse 15. We can do that. Okay, I'll get Isaiah first.
11.
Yeah. And Tasar, you can get that in Joel 3, where it says that I will turn back the captivity of Judah
Con.
and Israel. You get that in
I can start at 10, the context.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Isaiah 11 and 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and its rest shall be glorious.
Yeah, and how you can see that you know, we that ensign, okay, the men that teach this truth, you know, we are holding camp. You know, we have this setup, okay, for those that you know, in the spirit are supposed to come in and understand. Okay, we are posted up. Okay, we here, you know, we stand on the corners doing what we're supposed to do. Okay.
Yep, verse 11. I say 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set up his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Yeah, so it does that restoration process, but it only begins with the elect. But that shows you the love that the Most High has to our people, because He has sent His Son, you know, Yahweh Shai, and is to us. You know, that cosmos. You know, it's not talking about the Edomites, the damn Ishmaelites. Even though they have good food, you know, this brother fell in love with the Ishmaelite food, but you know that's not gonna make them to the chariots, you know. That love that they have, that Yahweh has is to Israel, and is shown by that He sent Yahweh Shai for us, okay, for our salvation, okay.
God, once again, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be led from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Yeah, so you can see from any and everywhere. You see, our people are scattered, but they're going to be delivered. You can get that in Matthew 24, 30 and 31. Get that that you had in Ezekiel. From 15 on down, we're going to get the whole context.
Matthew 24, what are?
30.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions.
Yeah, so it's talking about the southern and the northern kingdom. You have southern kingdom where you have the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and then you have northern kingdom where you have all the order of the 12 tribes. Okay, where Zebulun, Ephraim, Naphtali, Asher, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, etc., etc. Okay, that's the northern kingdom, and their leader of the tribes is Ephraim, and of the southern kingdom is Judah. And what it says, we're gonna have to join them together into one plank, into one stick. Go ahead.
Verse 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand.
Yeah, we have the 12 tribe sign.
That's what that is.
Yeah, which is essential. You know, even earlier we had this one, older brother from tribe of Ephraim. You know, that he was able to identify himself from the sign. Okay, so he was asking, hey, is it the Ephraim, the Puerto Rico? Yeah. And then he got edified of his true nature. Okay, yeah, of his true nationality. You see.
Verse 18, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these?
Yeah, because we have the tribe side, the people come and look at it. You know, if they see their own. So she was, asking, hey, is the 12 tribe sign? So what tribe are you? You know, they are asking for context what it means.
Yeah, what does it mean by this?
Yeah. So then we break it down. Go ahead.
Verse 19, saying to them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand.
Yeah, so this is going into the restoration of our people. Okay, and as you can see, the 12 tribes are all together, okay? And this is what makes the elites, this is what makes Esau, Edom scared, because they know that, this is a sign of the end. This is a sign of our deliverance, because you can see all of the tribes coming in together, okay? You can see normally in the tribe, in the camps you can have Ephraim, you can have Judah, you can have Levi, Benjamin, you can have Naphtali, Reuben. You see all of the tribes coming together in the camp. Okay, and this is according to the prophecy that the brother is reading, showing you that we are the real Israelites, because the small headers, the JWOs, where the fuck do you see them with a 12 tribe sign? In fact, they only claim the kingdom of Judah. They only say that, you know, yeah, I'm of the tribe of Levi, yeah, I'm of the tribe of Judah, yeah, I'm of the tribe of Benjamin, but they acting like the northern kingdom don't fucking exist, man. So how do you explain that Ezekiel 37 then? Okay, showing you that these small hatters don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 20, and the sticks wherein thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And I say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
Yeah, and we're getting ready to experience that. Okay, our captivity is gonna get turned. Sir, you have that in Joel.
Brother told me to bring up something else.
Okay, Joel.
All right, Joel 3. It's a lot.
I got it right here, Joel. Joel.
What is the scripture?
You said Joel 3.
Yeah, the one where it speaks about turning the captivity of Judah and Israel.
Yeah, I thought he said John earlier. I was looking at John 3.
I think the last two verses.
You have that
Last two
in
verses?
Ezekiel?
Yeah, let me keep going.
Yeah, just continue
Come.
until
Verse-
they find it.
Come, verse 22. Oh, see, like, yeah, verse 22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountain of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all.
Yeah. So hey, they speaking that the lost tribes, the 10 lost tribes. Okay. So we know who the lost tribes are. Okay. We know all of the tribes. Okay. And we are blessed to be in this position because Yahushua has opened our eyes. Okay, to understand this. Okay. So the small hatters they cannot speak in the same way. You know, if you bring up to them the 10 lost tribes or the northern kingdom, they start sweating because they know that they don't have the details. You know, go ahead, bro.
Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places when they have sinned, and I will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power.
Yeah, so as you can see, this goes hand in hand with Hebrews 8 and 10 and Jeremiah 31 and 33 when it's speaking about in the kingdom we're going to be perfect. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 24, and David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them.
Gone. So, hey, that also shows you that the people, the evidence is overwhelming. There's so many different points to show, and then they want to, hit us with the fucking anti-Shem. Okay?
Anti-Shem.
Yeah, with the but hey, it's not.
Hey, Shem.
Yeah, it couldn't be further from the truth. Because wait a minute, you're gonna have to answer it. The scriptures say that King David is going to be king over the Israelites when they go to their holy land. So
where's he at?
now if you go, you take a plane, you go to Tel Aviv, you go to Jerusalem, and you ask, hey, where is King David? I would like to meet your physical leader, King David. Where is he at? Where is his throne? Where is his resting place so that we can see his house? Maybe we can see if he walk around tomorrow. Maybe we can see him. They're gonna look at you like you have fucking 17 heads. You know? The King David is not in the presence of them. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 25, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever.
So where is that now in Israel? King David being their servant forever.
Exactly, bro.
And they cannot say it's that so-called David Ben Gurion, who's the so-called founder of the state of Israel. That motherfucker died already, man. He should have been immortal then. You know? Yeah, he should have been immortal. Yeah. So hey, go ahead.
God, verse 26. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore.
Yeah, go ahead.
My tabernacle also shall be with them, yet I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore.
Yeah, so even though today we are still in a fucked up case,
Yup.
it's going to be turned. Okay, you have it in Joel?
Yeah.
Go
From
ahead.
this Joel 3:1, it reads, For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Yeah. So of all of the tribes, you know, even today, yes, you don't see fucking yokes of iron upon us. You don't see us in that case, but we still maybe we can get it in Baruch. We subject to
Subject to
payments.
payments,
We are still in slavery today. Okay, how? Because we have these different documents. Okay, you have the birth certificate. You have to have a driving license. You have a social security number. You have to have your passport. You have to have your license ID, your identification card. You have to have all of these different documents. Okay, you have to have with your car. You have to have what? License, registration.
Insurance.
Yeah, insurance, all of these fucking. So we are still in slavery, man. We are not free. Do you think in the kingdom we're gonna have a fucking social security number? Hell no, man. And who is administrating that? The so-called white man, the Edomites, showing you that we are still in slavery, but it's gonna be overturned. It's gonna be overturned, as the brother said. Got it?
Yeah, Baruch, this is the book of Baruch 3:8. It reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment,
Yeah.
according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh our God.
Yeah, speak on it.
Gone. Yeah, so we went off. We went off, and the Lord put us into captivity as punishment, you know?
Yeah, and it said we are yet this day in our captivity.
And also, you know, we don't necessarily have a yoke of iron, as the brother mentioned, you know, in this time of period. But what are we? We're still subject to payments,
Yeah.
which is still synonymous to what? Captivity, man.
Yeah, that's right. We're still in slavery, man. All these fucking myriad of documents. Yeah.
Us coming to camp right now, we had to try to find a place that we had to pay for parking anywhere you went. You know, anywhere you can't even park anywhere without paying somebody.
Yeah. We wanted to go to a different spot, but we conceived, we understood that it would have been actually something like $120.
$120 just to go in an old camp,
Yeah,
bro.
because we have 3 different cars. So that's fucked. You know, that's fucked
That
up,
goes to
man.
show you that we're still in captivity,
We're
man.
still in fucking slavery, man.
Captivity.
Not only that, but Esau's thinking about raising the price of parking for extra $10 next month, bro.
Next
Here in
month?
San Diego,
Damn.
extra $10. So this place is through, bro.
The place is done for, man.
You can continue in Joel 3.
Joel
Joel
3,
3.
come.
You have some?
Nah, I still have that Isaiah and Matthew 24.
Let's you can take Matthew 24 then. Let's actually read it first.
Yep, okay.
30.
This is Matthew 24, and I'll start at 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Yeah, so who is the Son of Man? It's Yahweh Shai. Okay? And why are you going to see the tribes of the earth mourn? Because he's coming in wrath. Okay? He's coming with a sword. Okay? Let's get those scriptures. You can get Isaiah 66 and 15. And yet, you can get Isaiah 63, verse 1. Okay? So Yahushua is coming with a great wrath. And the only ones that are going to receive mercy are the elect of the Hebrew Israelites. Those are the only ones. Okay? Go ahead.
I'll keep going, Matthew 24.
Yeah, verse
Right.
31.
Matthew 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven even unto the other.
Yeah, so you can see those are the only ones that going to receive mercy. Those are the only ones that have the Tawah. You can get that in Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Yeah, can.
Those are the only ones that have the mark of exemption from judgment. Okay? So they're going to receive mercy and going to be delivered. Okay? So, Zion, you got it in Isaiah 66?
Oh, let me get, so like I had another precept on.
Okay. Yeah, you can bring, what did you have?
I have Amos 5 and 18.
Yeah, that's good.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You know, exactly how the brother, said, hey, when Yahweh Shai returns, it's not going to be something that, you know, people are going to really be looking forward to. Because what? The Lord's going to return with the sword, man, and judgment. Okay? You know, got it?
Isaiah 63 and 1. This is the book of Isaiah 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yeah, so as you can see, Yahushua is gonna bring a lot of blood of Esau Edom. Okay, this is why the tribes of the earth are going to mourn, as we read in Matthew 24 and 30. Okay, and this is completely different, as they have the idea in Christianity that it's just gonna be rapture. You know, as long as you yourself arrogantly you can choose Jesus Christ. So you have so-called the ball is in your hands. So you can decide if you want to come into this truth or not, so-called. And let's say you want, yeah, you choose white-skinned, long-haired, faggot-looking Cesare Borgia, Jesus Christ, and then you just expect that before all of the hell goes out, you can just get beamed up in a fucking rapture. This is not the name of the game, homeboy. You know, you're gonna have to go through the fucking Jacob's trouble, and you're gonna be, you know, catching all kinds of fucking plagues. Okay.
Yep. And the scriptures say,
Yeah.
through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where's the rapture in that?
Yeah.
You got to go through all this hell in order to even make it to the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah, at the end, the Christians, you know, and those that are of the heathen nations, they're gonna receive just straight up judgment. If they're in America, they're gonna be totally nuked with nuclear missiles.
You don't wanna be
okay,
here.
so when Yahushua arrives, he arrives at the same time, and this is why the tribes of the earth are gonna mourn. They're not gonna be happy. For the most part, they're not gonna be joyful when Yahushua returns. Only those that love his appearing, okay, that love the fact that he arrives, and also his appearance, okay, to understand that he's a so-called that the word calls a so-called black man, okay. So
Verse 2. Isaiah 63 and verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the winefat. Verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
yeah,
and
that's metaphorical. He's not gonna literally have a garment which is full of blood of the heathen. That's metaphorical of how much blood he's going to spill.
and I will stain all my raiment. Verse 4.
Yep.
For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
Yeah, and hey, that goes hand in hand. Zion, if you can get that in Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Yep, I already know, yeah.
Okay, showing you have to go into the words, because here it's gonna say buy, but it doesn't mean
Yeah.
buy a dog. Okay.
Give me 1 second, man.
Right, bro. So you can read that verse 4 again.
Isaiah 63 and verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
So Yahweh Shai is saying the year of his redeemed is come. Okay. So go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, which just goes into captivity again, with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, and bondmen for bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Yeah. So if you look up that word buy, it means to redeem. Okay. And you have this goofball Walker Malone saying that no, this is not talking about the Atlantic slave trade, because they were actually bought. But here it says that they're not going to be bought, so it's not talking about the so-called black people, okay, or the so-called Hispanics. So hey, he's a goofball.
Yeah.
That goes into that is no man that's going to save us. There's not a man in the planet that could save us from this predicament. But this is why we need Yahushua, who is going to arrive as a God. Okay, he's going to arrive as a power. Okay, and he's going to redeem the whole nation of Israel, but beginning with the elect.
Yeah, no man
Okay.
shall buy you goes into these kind of people like Martin Luther King,
Cesar Chavez.
yeah, Cesar Chavez,
Malcolm X.
these type of people that try to liberate our people. But the only person that's gonna truly be able to liberate us is gonna be Yahweh Shai, man. Other than that, there's no one that's gonna be able to buy us out of this captivity. You gotta.
And did you already read that Isaiah 66?
Oh no, I did.
Okay, yeah. Because the brother put it in the comment board, but we actually had it also on deck.
Oh, come on. Let me get that real quick. I brought out Amos 5 and 18.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. So Tawada for the precept, it came in perfect moment.
Isaiah 66 and 15.
Yeah.
Come, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
Yeah, so you don't want to be in the predicament of just what does the Christians do and say? They think that you can just
Eat whatever you
want.
want.
Eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, but they don't understand that Yahushua is coming with a lot of fury, okay, to take a lot of motherfuckers out, okay. Maybe you can get that in Isaiah 47, beginning with verse 1 and down. We're just gonna read from there. And at this point,
Ezekiel 9?
yeah, Ezekiel 9. Yeah, because the elect are exempt from that judgment, man.
Bring it out first. Ezekiel 9.
You bring it first.
Like, guys, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah. So that mark is not the same mark as in the Revelation 13 and 16. You cannot go by English alone. We had this one, also a goofball from IUIC. What was his name? The name slips me. But there's this one IUIC member who said that the English is good enough for me, you know. So he don't go to no root words. So hey, why don't we see him during that Easter time? Okay, as Apostle Taha always say, why don't we see him, you know, in a bunny suit, okay, handing out chocolate eggs to children, okay? Because the scriptures say Easter.
Yeah.
So this is why you have to go to the root languages, okay? And that word of mark in Ezekiel, it says Hawa, it's a mark of exemption, okay? Opposite to the word in Revelation, which in Greek is charagma, okay, which is talking about the microchip.
It's the mark of judgment.
Yeah, that's it.
This is
Continue.
Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Yeah. So that's the judgment of the 2/3 of our people. Those that not gonna receive that mercy, they're gonna be taken out without pity. Okay, and I found it. The member of IUIC who had said that is called Yawasab, but which is crazy because he has a Hebrew name to begin with. so that IUIC is that's just confusion, man. So why is his name not then Joseph? Why is his name Yawasab?
Double-minded
The,
man shall stay with all his
English,
ways.
the English is good enough for me, but
yeah.
my name is Yahweh.
Yeah. True, you know. Yeah. So 47.
Con, so I got the book of Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It reads, Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Yeah. So who is he talking about? Who is the virgin daughter of Babylon? It's America, man. This is what he's talking about. Okay, and America is going to be totally taken down with thermonuclear fire. Okay, with nuclear missiles. Okay, go ahead, bro.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So remember we read that in Deuteronomy 28 when it says that no man can buy you. Okay? Yahushua said here in Isaiah 47 that he will not meet you as a man. Okay? So when he's coming to destroy Babylon, he's not going to meet the Babylonians as a man. He's going to meet them as a power, as a god. Okay? And that is someone who is worthy of our worship, and that is someone who is capable of saving the Israelites out of this predicament that we are in, which is this slavery in which we are yet to this day, as we read in Baruch. Okay? No. Continue with Joel.
With Joel?
Yeah. So in the end, okay, because we're gonna wind it down in a few, we're gonna go more into the Third World War and also going into the destruction of Babylon the Great America. Okay. You can begin from verse 1 again, which is going down.
Con, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem."
Go ahead.
Verse 2, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land."
Yeah, so you see, all the nations, they have all played a part. Bro, get that in Psalms 83, where it lists all of our enemies, Babakasha. So you can see the enemies, which are the heathen nations, they're going to be judged. They're going to be gathered together in Levant, in that Middle East. Okay, and that's where the World War III is gonna officially kick off.
Come, verse 3, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink."
Yeah, we got into captivity, we got into slavery, man. Into fucking auction blocks.
Verse 4, "Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head."
Go ahead.
Verse 5, "Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things."
Go ahead.
Verse 6, "The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border." Verse 7, "Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head."
Yeah, so all of the nations that were, involved in our demise, in our downfall, all of them gonna get judged, man. It's not only Esau Edom. Esau Edom is gonna get it the worst, but the other nations as well, they're gonna go into slavery. It's just after 1,000 years, they're gonna get a little bit more relief, and Esau is gonna get Obadiah 1:18. Okay? You got it, sir.
Come, verse 8, "And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it."
Yeah, so the other nations gonna go into slavery, man. These are our enemies. Okay? It says that in Psalms 83, bro. Zion.
God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. "Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee."
Yeah, so you see that the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance. You might see, but how is this the case? We know the name of Israel, it's a country today. No, what it means is that the true Israelites are no longer in the mainstream level associated with the Israelites. We've been called as Negroes, as Mexicans, as Jamaicans, as Puerto Ricans, as Brazilians, but this is not our true nationality, okay? That's what, yeah.
I got a preacher to back up your point.
Yeah.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 15. "All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is a day that we have looked for. We have found, we have seen it." Backing up the brother's point, man, they don't see us, this is the hidden ones. These are the ones that they're consulting against us Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because what? They make fun of us because of, how they, got one up on us, man. Look at us. Look at our people. We're not in a position of,
Sovereignty.
There you go.
Meaning
know,
we're not able to execute our laws. So Esau sees us as a savage, a subhuman, 2/3 of a human being,
No, 3/5.
3/5,
3/5 of a
even lower, huh?
God,
Even more we do.
Yeah. That's 60%.
66%, you know, because Esau likes that number, that's
No,
6.
no, 2/3 is 66,
Okay.
but 3/5 of a man is 60%.
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
So back at Psalms 83 and verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung of the earth, or for the earth.
So you see, these the other nations.
The other nations.
These are enemies. Edomites, Ishmaelites, Hamites, Moabites, Ammonites.
And what we're gonna do to them?
They're gonna go into slavery, man. The scriptures are very clear on that. You know, in Revelation 13 it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity."
There you go.
I got a
Okay.
precept that goes with that. Jeremiah 43 and 11, and when he cometh, he shall smite the land of Egypt and deliver such as for the death to death, and such as are for captivity to captivity, and such as are for the sword to the sword. That's the point, man. So, hey, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Man, that's called righteous judgment.
Also in the book of Numbers, real quick.
Get that in. We continue with Joel 3 and 9.
Real quick. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. You see? So who put the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into captivity here in this land? The so-called white man, man. And guess what? He's gonna have to face the same judgment, and so are your other nations, because guess what? Your other nations put us in the same predicament as the Edomites did on this land. Okay?
So back to the book of Joel chapter 3, this is verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Yeah, it's talking about the Third World War,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Go ahead, bro.
Come on, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, it goes into mobilization. It goes into these countries, you know, sacrificing from the funds that they would normally put to the you know, strengthening of the economy, that they would normally put to these different projects, okay, or these different things that they want to, you know, build in these cities. They're gonna cut out from that and put it into the military economy. They're gonna cut that and put that to make you know, weapons, you know, to buy weapons, weapon systems. You know, this is what's in their mind, okay? And when it says that the weak say I'm strong, today you have countries that, you know, nobody would, you know, give a fuck about, but as they have nuclear missiles, they're gonna be ignored, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, so where they're gonna gather is that Middle East, Levant. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be weak, Salakia. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yeah, so they're gonna go there, but they're not gonna come back. They're not gonna come back. That's gonna be where they're gonna be judged. Okay?
I got a precept that goes with that. Revelation 19 and 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free, bond, both small and great. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, and against his army. That goes into the battle of Yehoshaphat, the valley of decision, man, where the Mosai is gonna, you know, plead for his people Israel, okay, for everything they've done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It says right here.
Yeah, the heathen gonna get judged.
Khan. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Ultimately, judgment that's coming upon, okay, the heathen in World War III, man.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, your brothers got anything more? Close it down, bro.
All right, hey, Con, with that, we hope this camp session was edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Again, we're the Hebrew Israelites that come out here to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom and to edify our nation. So, hey, we close down by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son. Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakah, until next time, Yahweh, Tasa, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, man.
Hey, y'all,